even at 3 o'clock in the morning. Try it. Justice never sleeps. Morgan & Morgan, forthepeople.com.
What a terrific matchup on America's Game of the Week. And the battle today, the Dallas Cowboys, the Denver Broncos here in Denver, Colorado. And now welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Joe Buck, the Hall of Famer. Troy Aikman is coming right up. Well, the Dallas Cowboys roll in here feeling good. They won at home over their divisional rival, the New York Giants, on Sunday night. Their defense looked outstanding. The question now for the Denver Broncos is, how do you stop Ezekiel Elliott? He is obviously the storyline. These two guys, both in their second years, but it's Elliott that the Denver Broncos are most worried about. How do they stop him?
Well, if you followed the Denver Broncos the last few years, you know that this team has been all about defense. It carried them to a world championship 2 years ago. Last year, however, they slipped in run defense. General manager John Elway wanted to get bigger. He wanted to get tougher. He went out and made some key acquisitions. They started off last week against the Chargers, a nice start to their season in run defense, but they haven't faced anything like this offensive line or a back like Ezekiel Elliott. I think whoever runs the ball the best in this ball game is going to be the one that wins.
Obviously, the big part of that Denver defense is the great Von Miller. For more on him, down to Aaron Andrews.
And you know what's on Von Miller's mind right now? He has gone 5 consecutive regular season games without a sack. That's a career high for him, and it's something he brought up to us in our production meeting. Von says it's as simple as this: I have got to get to Dak today. It's what I do best. I have got to make the plays. He's a man on a mission as he gets set to take on the team he rooted for as a kid, Joe.
Yeah, the interesting part of it is, Aaron, when we talked to Dak Prescott about his tackles, he said, I trust my tackles. So there could be one-on-one situations on the outside for Von Miller to take advantage of. The Cowboys won the toss. They take the ball. Glad you're with us today on Fox. That sneaks into the end zone where Switzer will take a knee. And now we'll look at the Dallas Cowboys offense, led by this kid who's been remarkable, Dak Prescott. You look at that great offensive line with 3 All-Pros up front. But specifically, Troy, about Prescott, I think everybody last year was waiting around for Prescott to look like a rookie, to make that dumb play, to make that bad throw. It never happened, and the stats he's put up in 17 regular season games are absolutely astonishing.
Yeah, and the one, Joe, that's most impressive to me is the fact that he just does not turn the ball over. Only 4 interceptions last year as a rookie. It took until his 6th game as a starter to throw his first pick. Did not have one last week against the Giants either.
Here is Elliott, who started wide, went into motion, and then back out into that flat area. Brandon Marshall on the stop, and a gain of 4 on the 499th career throw from Dak Prescott. And he's sitting there with his 4 interceptions career. That's record setting. Here's the defense for the Denver Broncos. As you said up front, they've got to be good to slow down 21.
Well, big number 94 right in the middle of the screen, Domata Peko. He's one of those guys I talked about Elway bringing in to shore up this run defense.
Here is Ezekiel Elliott. Nothing. Shaq Barrett was there, and he was not alone. No gain. 3rd down and 6 coming up.
Hey, we talked to Vance Joseph on Friday, and he said that they cannot afford to see Ezekiel Elliott go for 150 yards. They're going to make Dak Prescott throw the football against them. Expect a lot of heavy boxes on early downs to slow down this running game by the Dallas Cowboys.
Extra men on the rush. Witten short. What a play made by Chris Harris, taking down the big body, and the future Hall of Famer Jason Witten, a gain of 5. It's 4th down.
That's great awareness by Chris Harris. He's in the slot, and as you're going to see when he comes off coverage right there, he's on Beasley. He comes off of Beasley, sees the ball thrown underneath to Witten, and makes the key tackle before he gets to the 1st down marker.
There's Bradley Roby, who was locked up and eventually took down Des Bryant away from the play. It's 3 and out to start the day for Dallas. Jones to punt. Hangs it high with Isaiah McKenzie staying away. Chris Jones, who had such a good week on Sunday night against the New York Giants. There was 1 return yard against the Cowboys last week in that game. 44-yard punt, nothing on the return. And here's Trevor Siemian. The impressive thing about Siemian is he's a former 7th-round pick. Here's the re-finagled offensive line. But Siemian now has, with 2 different head coaches and offensive coordinators, won the quarterback job. And I thought he looked good last Monday night. Sun peeks out. Pass is caught. Demaryius Thomas to the 25.
You talk about Trevor Siemian. I mean, he's had an uphill battle to climb. I mean, he went into camp a year ago having to beat out Mark Sanchez, a former 1st-round pick. He was able to do it. And then, of course, Paxton Lynch this year, a 1st-round pick. And I can tell you, 1st-rounders get every opportunity in the world to be the starter. And both times with different offensive coordinators, different head coaches, Trevor Siemian has emerged as the guy. And I agree with you, Joe. I thought he played really well in that ball game last week.
Here is a handoff to C.J. Anderson. 3rd down coming up as Anderson gets a couple. Here's the defense for Dallas. And of all the stories for the Cowboys last week, the #1 story should have been how well the defense played at home against Eli Manning and the Giants.
Yeah, they played really well. They set the tone early in that ball game, did not give up a touchdown, just a field goal. And one thing you can count on by a Rod Marinelli coach team is they're going to play hard and they're going to play physical. And they were flying around the football Sunday night.
3rd and 4. Siemian sets up. Well protected. Pass is caught. Thomas down the sideline and a big gain on 3rd and 4. 27 yards as he went around Nolan Carroll.
We talked about how well Siemian played last week. He was not afforded a lot of protection, but he is here. You see the pocket that he has, and you got Demaryius Thomas on the outside. He runs a pivot route. He gets Nolan Carroll thinking he's going to run the shallow crosser. He comes out of it. Siemian puts it right on him for the 1st down.
On 1st down, play action. Siemian fires, pass up for grabs, and it drops to the grass as Sanders got a hand on it. And 2 Cowboys had a crack at it. Byron Jones couldn't get there.
Rod Marinelli, he likes to show this 2-deep shell, and then he usually drops one of these guys down. This time it's Jeff Heath. He comes down. Broncos go play action. You see the window then that Siemian has to throw it. Ball's a little bit high, but one that could have been caught. They like that play action game and to make the Cowboys declare, but pre-snap looks, it's hard to get an indicator as to what they're going to be in.
Blitz, Lee coming. Broncos pick it up. Sanders makes the catch. 1st down and more. Heath on the stop just outside the 20. 27 to Demaryius Thomas, 25 to Emmanuel Sanders for Vance Joseph's young quarterback.
Well, this duo between Emmanuel Sanders and Demaryius Thomas, it's as good a tandem as any receiving core in football. And you have your plate full when you're trying to defense those guys, and if they're able to get the running game going and get the one-on-one looks. But Nolan Carroll, he had an opportunity. He just fails to make the tackle in the open space.
More play action from Siemian. C.J. Anderson out of the backfield. A nice gain on 1st down, and the offense is clicking for the Denver Broncos under 1st-year head coach Vance Joseph. Last year, the defensive coordinator for Adam Gase in Miami. And he was a sought-after head coach. John Elway went out and got him. He played quarterback at Colorado. He backed up Cordell Stewart. He played for the Jets and the Colts briefly in the NFL. He coached at Colorado. He's been a D-backs coach with 3 different organizations, a coordinator in Miami, and now a 1st-year head coach. Siemian has started 4 for 5. Anderson bottled up and fights for the 1st down.
We had a chance to visit with Vance Joseph on Friday. What an impressive guy he is. And as you pointed out, a quarterback at Colorado in college, but once he went into coaching, he's only coached on the defensive side of the ball. A long-time secondary coach, a one-time defensive coordinator with Adam Gase, as you said, in Miami, and then Elway brings him in, and he's got some definitive ideas as to what he wants, and one of them is being able to stop this running game of the Cowboys.
Rain starts to fall here in Denver. Looked like a broken play. End zone, touchdown, Sanders. What a drive from the Denver Broncos.
Yeah, great opening drive. You talk about the running game and the impact that it has. Watch Sean Lee. He's able to bite just enough. It holds him just enough that allows Trevor Siemian then to lay the ball in behind him to Emmanuel Sanders. That's an outstanding route by Sanders. He slow plays it off the line of scrimmage, makes it look like it's run, and then takes the post.
McManus knocks it through. How about Trevor Siemian? Starts his day 5 for 6, 74 yards and a touchdown. And it's Emmanuel Sanders, number 10, back in the end zone, 7-zip. Broncos on top.
Address should be there, 1800 Ann Street. Hello?
Yeah, it's your driver. I'm on the
Go! What?
I thought we said no hostages!
Want to get away? Now you can with Southwest fares as low as $59 one way. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
Breakfast has come out of its shell. Crisp bacon, seasoned potatoes, and cheddar cheese, all wrapped in a fried egg. The new Naked Egg Taco, only at Taco Bell.
DirecTV has been rated #1 in customer satisfaction over cable for 17 years running. But some people still like cable, just like some people like banging their head on a low ceiling, drinking spoiled milk, camping in poison ivy, getting a paper cut, and having their arm trapped in a vending machine. But for everyone else, there's DirecTV. For #1 rated customer satisfaction over cable, switch to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV.
Best pizza, New York style.
Extra crunchy.
Chewy. Just cheese.
No, pepperoni.
Has to be gluten-free.
That's not pizza, come on.
My pizza goes best with a Coke.
An ice cold Coke. 2 Cokes, please.
Only with a Coke.
Fox tonight. The Orville, starring Seth MacFarlane, is out of this world.
Not bad, right?
No, it's good. The Orville, all new tonight after football on Fox.
Today's game is sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Low fares, no hidden fees. That's transparency.
Almost a flawless start for this Denver Broncos offense. Great beginning for Trevor Siemian and the Cowboys defense that didn't give up a touchdown in 10 drives last week against the Giants. Well, they see the Broncos go right down the field. Switzer takes a knee. We'll remind you that Hurricanes Harvey and Irma have impacted millions of people. The entire NFL family asks you to support the relief efforts, inviting fans across the country to join in a huddle for relief. You can visit redcross.org/NFL or text Red Cross to 90999 to donate $10 to American Red Cross Hurricane Relief. Maybe this day and watching a football game provides a little distraction or relief as the rebuilding efforts have just begun in Florida and in Texas. Quick throw by Prescott, getting Des Bryant into the fun. And Bryant good for 12, working on Chris Harris, back to the touchdown.
Go back and take a look. Even though the play fake is not very good in the backfield, either Anderson goes the wrong way or Trevor Siemian goes the wrong way, but nevertheless, it affects coverage. It brings up Jeff Heath. As I said, it allows Sean Lee then to flatten out, and Simeon's able to drop it in behind him, and that's something they weren't able to do last year, affect coverage with their play-action game. A lot of double coverage as a result on both Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders.
On first down, Prescott well protected. Beasley hops out of bounds. But a nice gain on first down. This is a really tough place to come in as a visiting team and win. Overall home record for the Broncos since '84, 193-72. That is by far the best home record in the NFL.
And I tell you, and altitude definitely is a factor. You know, you think about it, these softer training camps that these teams now have. The Broncos 19-1 at home in weeks 1 and 2 since the year 2000.
Elliott cuts back on 2nd and 4 and gets flipped. Picked up 3. 3rd and 1 coming up. Here comes Carissa with a game break.
Thanks, Joe. So Denver fans want to know what's going on here. Derek Carr finds Michael Crabtree for a 2-yard score. Raiders looking to start 2-0 for the first time since 2002. Raiders up early 7-0. Joe, Troy, and Aaron.
Boy, how good is the AFC West? You've got this Broncos team. You've got the Chargers are better, and then Kansas City went to 2-0 already with a win over Philly.
Yeah, let's see what Scott Linehan wants to do here. Midfield, you got 3rd and short. Yeah, they're going to go tight formation here. Play action, not a bad idea, but they're probably going to get right in behind this offensive line to pick up the down.
False start. It's about to be 3rd and 6.
False start. Offense, number 79. Shotgun penalty. 3rd down.
There is a lot of crowd noise down there, Aaron Andrews.
Yeah, you mentioned this being a very tough place to play, and as you saw on Monday night against the Chargers, a very loud place. I asked Dak if they worked on a silent count. He said, yeah, we worked on that. We have variations, try to change it up. And Alfred Morris telling me it's not something they're concerned about because Prescott is so composed, but it's something they addressed this week.
There's a lot of Cowboy fans here we saw coming into the stadium. There's Bryant down here at the bottom, one-on-one on Bradley Roby.
Jason Garrett on the sideline saw the play clock down to 2. Had to use a timeout. Stay cool, says Garrett. Stay cool, baby. 3rd and 6 when we come back.
What is PlayStation View? It's watching your favorite shows and sports, live, recorded, or on demand. It's watching across multiple devices at the same time. PlayStation View is a whole new way to watch live TV. And it starts right now. Even if you don't have a PlayStation, start your free trial today.
PlayStation. The full line of Ram ProMaster work vans offer better fuel economy. Upfits tailored to fit your business. Greater cargo capacity. And easier access to your workspace. Ram ProMaster and ProMaster City let you maximize every hour, minute, and second even more effectively. Competitive commercial van owners or lessees are eligible for these incentives on the 2017 Ram ProMaster or ProMaster City.
Let's welcome these guys to the program. Let's play.
Dude. Whoa, let's go. What may very well be the biggest pickup game in the history of football right here in New York City.
Pizza!
You make their day, we make it easy as a tack. Use Visa Checkout to order Papa John's Pizza this NFL season.
How do we make sure there's toppings in each bite of Papa John's pizza? We check 80,000 times a year. Now get an extra large 2-topping pizza for just $11. Everyone's doing their part to make your game day better.
Ever wonder what's in a beer? If it's a Bud Light, it's 4 essential ingredients: barley, rice, water, and hops. Here's to the beer you can always count on. Brewed to be America's favorite light lager.
Saturday on Fox. Michigan versus Purdue at 4 Eastern. Notre Dame versus Michigan State at 8. College football on Fox.
Today's game is sponsored by Papa John's, the official pizza sponsor of the NFL.
Here comes the crowd noise as we welcome you back to Sports Authority Field in Mile High. 3rd down and 6. Prescott pulls it back, finds Elliott, and down goes Elliott. Hit by Darian Stewart, a loss of 1, and a good start for this Denver defense.
Well, initially, Dak Prescott wants to go to Jason Witten, who's flexed off the line of scrimmage, but they bring the safety, Darian Stewart, underneath it. It forces Prescott off of that look, and by the time he tries to get back front side, the pressure had gotten to him. This defense has gotten off to a great start. You talk about the offense and them driving down and coming away with the touchdown. Cowboys aren't used to getting stopped the way that they have on these first 2 possessions.
Good punt here by Jones. That was Derek Wolfe. What a good punt by Jones. He's off to a terrific start this season. That was Wolfe that got in there on 3rd down and 6. The Broncos will have it for the 2nd time, up 7. It's college football Saturday on Fox. First, a Big Ten showdown. Purdue looks to derail number 7 Michigan. That's at 4 Eastern. Then at 8 Eastern, Notre Dame and Michigan State resume their rivalry in East Lansing. College football on Fox, where every game is everything. This drive will start at the 6. In front of the 389th consecutive sellout.
54! Yeah! Alrighty! I got.
Handoff to Anderson, running right with some room, and Sean Lee on the tackle. A nice start to the drive, a gain of 6.
Well, they bring in their fullback, Andy Janovich, to help try to get the ball off this goal line at the 5-yard line. And the Cowboys, they stay too deep coverage, so they're just playing the run. They had to expect run, but they play with a 7-man front, and the Broncos are able to get a heck of a game there on 1st down.
There's Mike McCoy, who was here as the offensive coordinator for 4 years before he went to the Chargers as head coach. Now back. Simeon, complete. Thomas, 1st down. Anthony Brown in coverage.
You see Trevor Simeon in one of the areas where, you know, he wanted to get better. First of all, last year he took too many hits. He had off-season shoulder on his non-throwing arm, and he's come back from that. He took a lot of hits last week in that win over the Los Angeles Chargers, and offensive line was not very good. They're challenged this week. That's a good defensive front that they face. Cowboys are shorthanded to some degree because of suspension, but DeMarcus Lawrence last week played well with 2 sacks, and he needs to get some pressure on Simeon.
Simeon, pass is caught. That's Cody Latimer. Seldom used wide receiver, high draft pick out of Indiana, a gain of 9. Jordan Lewis, a rookie, was out there for Dallas.
And Trevor Simeon, when you talk about this offense, even though it's a different offensive coordinator now this year with Mike McCoy, you know, he likes it. He feels that he has answers, and regardless of whatever the defense throws at him, he's got places to go with the football, and a smart guy, obviously, and he makes good decisions with the football.
Handoff for the 1st down to C.J. Anderson. Byron Jones on the tackle, and prior to that play, the Broncos are averaging 11.5 yards per play. That's the rookie, Chidobe Awuje, who is headed off. Ranks are getting thin in the secondary for Dallas. They're already without Orlando Scandrick. 5 wide receivers out there for Dallas, or rather Denver, because of it. And this one is thrown away as DeMarcus Lawrence finally does get some pressure.
DeMarcus Lawrence, you know, the burden's on him to provide this pass rush for this Cowboys defense. He came in as a rookie, he led the team with 8 sacks, and then last year he battled through a lot of back injuries, just simply was not healthy, and he came back here in 2017 healthy and got off to a great start in that win Sunday night with 2 sacks.
Short!
Handoff, Anderson. What a run! C.J. Anderson out of bounds near the 40. He ran right over Nolan Carroll and gained 28.
There's 3 missed tackles here, as you're going to see. Jeff Heath has an opportunity. Jalen Smith is there as well. Sean Lee comes in at the end, and then Nolan Carroll, he whiffs as well. That's some good, tough running by C.J. Anderson, but there's 4 guys right there that should have been able to bring him to the ground. Nolan Carroll, he's missed on a couple tackles already in this first half.
And now he's getting help getting off the field, so they're losing Carroll at least for the moment. He looks to be a little woozy coming off. 21 yards after contact by C.J. Anderson. And another defensive back is lost for the Cowboys.
Well, last week the Cowboys gave up just a couple plays of 20 yards or more against the Giants, and the Broncos have already surpassed that in the first quarter.
Jamal Charles in the backfield now. Play action to him. Simeon will pull it down and hop out with a short gain of 4.
Emmanuel Sanders, I know in business with Trevor Simeon, these receivers, these great all-pro receivers, most of them are all talkers, and Emmanuel Sanders is no different. And they go play action, they get the corner to bite. He's right there in the hole waiting for the ball, and Simeon decides to keep it and run. And you can tell he came back saying, hey, I can't get any more open than that.
50! 50! Here we go. 50. Omaha, top!
2nd and 6. Handoff to Charles running right. And the longtime Chief bangs into the kicking net on his own sideline, a gain of 4. 3rd down coming up.
What a comeback he's had. Jamal Charles missed a lot of games the last couple of years. Of course, he had some great years there with the Kansas City Chiefs. Unfortunately, a few different knee injuries have sidelined him, and he's still kind of knocking the rust off. And they like him for some certain specific things when he gets in the game. They like him on the edges and screen game and things like that. But it just, in a lot of ways, just good to see him on the field playing.
3rd down and 2. Simeon over the middle. Pass was behind his target, Benny Fowler. And the field goal unit will come on for the Denver Broncos as the drive stalls.
Well, they got lucky, the Cowboys did on this one, that Trevor Simeon, he does not see Demaryius Thomas. They completely turn him loose to the corner of the end zone. And he just got off him early. He saw coverage, thought coverage would take Demaryius Thomas away. Comes underneath.
So now Brandon McManus will try from 49. He missed from 50 last week. He was perfect in the preseason. This one, no good. So now 1 for 3 to start the year is McManus. Thomas wanted the ball, didn't get it. Cowboys take over down 7.
Long live the courageous, the tenacious, the ones who push forward and give back. Long live the greater good, the helping hand, and long live the truck built to outlast them all. Ram, proven to last.
Now with 1,000 Power Days bonus cash, get an average $11,971 in total values on Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab.
Josh, hey, Josh, will there be more drama between you and Des Bryant this season?
No.
Josh, then why did you just post this image of Des Bryant with sticks of butter for hands? You saying that Des can't catch anymore?
Nah.
Seems like you think you're better than Des Bryant.
I would never say that, sir.
Oh, Josh, you literally just posted an image that says, I am better than Des Bryant. I'm a tornado of coverage. I've out-sprinted cheetahs. Oh, Des, where are you? You're choking on my dust. You wish you were as cool, as handsome, as fast.
I think someone like you keeps a long memory. Tell me what you remember.
This is bigger than you.
You have 48 hours to find him, or you bought a war.
We were being hunted.
I have the lock, and he has the key. Bring him home.
Rated R. Experience it in IMAX. October 6th.
The moment you realize you're lucky your backyard is in the back.
At Lowe's, we'll help you find the lawn care products perfect for your yard so you can get back to enjoying it.
Hurry into Lowe's and get 2 3-quart mums for only $8.
It's the new Crispy Buffalo Chicken Melt. Crispy as in juicy on the inside, crispy on the outside chicken filet. Buffalo as in that delicious sauce with the right kick. And melt as in melted cheese topping it all. It's the new Crispy Buffalo Chicken Melt, only at Burger King.
Today's game is sponsored by Ram Trucks. Guts, glory, Ram. By Burger King, the Buffalo Chicken Melt with crispy chicken and tangy buffalo sauce, only at Burger King. And by the new Samsung Galaxy Note 8. Do bigger things.
Well, the rain picks up. Coming down pretty good right now. 7-0 Denver. Cowboys have it for the third time. They do give to Ezekiel Elliott. So far, nada. Adam Gatsis on the stop. Let's go down to Aaron Andrews.
Well, this thin Dallas secondary is not off to a good start here for cornerback Chidobe Awuzie. He is back in the locker room getting his hamstring stretched out, guys. And also Nolan Carroll. See the helmet-to-helmet right there with Sean Lee. He's also in concussion protocol. I'll let you know when we get some updates.
Right now, the only backup corner the Cowboys have is rookie Jordan Lewis. He's been bothered by his own hamstring injury throughout camp. Quick throw, pass is caught, Dez Bryant, but short gain. Harris on the tackle, a gain of 4.
Well, up to now, things are going the way that Vance Joseph hoped that they would. He said, we've got to make Dak Prescott beat us. We've got to be able to stop the running game, and it's early, but in the early going, they've done that with Ezekiel Elliott. Here, Dak Prescott is 6 for 6, throwing the football, but a lot of short underneath throws.
5-0.
Over the middle, Witten, first down. And Jason Witten, who is now #1 on the Cowboys list all time in catches and receiving yards, picks up 9.
Now look at the pocket that's afforded Prescott, so he's able to wait for Jason Witten to clear the one middle defender, and Jason Witten's been doing that a long time.
What is it?
Cowboys hurry it up a bit. Prescott, sideline, Dez Bryant not there. And these guys can cover you one-on-one, and it's not just their top 2. Aqib Talib and Chris Harris. That was Bradley Roby, #1 pick in 2014 in coverage.
Yeah, a lot of people anticipating Aqib Talib is going to be shadowing Dez Bryant throughout this game, but as
we have an official's timeout on the field due to inclement weather.
So now we're in a delay. This was a potential at the start when we were getting ready to come on the air before the game started. They said thunderstorms were in the area and that they were about 10 miles out. Obviously, the thunderstorms are closer, and for safety's sake, anybody who's been in Denver, Colorado, they can roll through here and they can be nasty. We're going to have a stoppage in play. Mike Pereira's with us, thankfully, and so we don't see this a lot in the NFL. I see it in another sport I cover, 2 other sports I cover, but the NFL. So what's the thinking here?
And they're prepared for this. They talked about this before the game. They would notify Brad Allen, the referee, if lightning was in the area. There is an NFL game operations person on site here in the stadium. Her name is Stephanie Duarte. So she will be working with the weather service, watching the radar, and then she will make the decision along with the people here as to when it's safe. Then Brad Allen talks to the teams to make sure they get ample warm-up time, and hopefully it's not too long.
So there you see the weather that is just to the south and west of us. And so is there any sort of a benchmark that you have to get to as far as the league is concerned with getting people, people are going to head for cover now, and these players, as you said, are going to go off the field.
Yeah, and really what they look at is something within 8 miles, a lightning strike within 8 miles. That's kind of their trigger, and then they'll make their decisions from that.
It's kind of like the Thorgard system that you have in the world of golf. Right now we're in a weather delay, and so we will step aside And all things halted here in Denver, Colorado. Bad weather right around the corner. Kurt, guys, back to you.
All right, thanks a lot, Joe. So while they've got a weather delay there in Denver, we're going to take you over to the Los Angeles Rams hosting Washington right now. Washington with the football still in the first quarter. Just getting started. We'll get you back to Denver in time to resume that game. But in the meantime, here's Tom Brenneman, Chris Myers, and Chris Spielman, and Peter Schrager.
They pitch it to Chris Thompson, who tries to turn the corner. And enough for a first down. The Redskins running the football so effectively. We welcome those of you who are watching the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos. Understand lightning issues in the Mile High City. Along with the former All-Pro linebacker Chris Spielman and Peter Schrager, I'm Tom Brenneman. Delighted to have you with us from the Coliseum in Los Angeles. Quick turnaround here last night after USC beat Texas very late. And today the Redskins on their opening drive come up with a field goal. And now it's 1st and 10 at the Rams 14. Flags down, and Kelly maybe for a yard, but it looked like the Rams jumped early.
Yeah, Alec Ogletree trying to get a jump on the run. Stuff was in the neutral zone.
Offside. Defense number 52. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
So here's the problem. Look, I played for Wade Phillips. Played for him for 2 years. He taught me a lot of football. Not one Wade Phillips defense was designed to give up the outside. 2 runs on this particular drive have been to the outside. So you have to do your job, and you're not playing assignment football right now for that man.
One of the great defensive minds in the history of this great game. Kelly for a yard on a 1st and 5. And that will be the final play of this opening quarter. Even though it's only 3-0, the Redskins are having their way through the front 15 with the Los Angeles Rams. Fox NFL Sunday continues after these messages and a word from your local Fox station.
All the big dreams, all the wins, all the stolen bases, double plays, punch-outs, and walk-offs. Doesn't mean anything now. Because the only thing that matters is October.
Fox tonight.
There's a ship available, the USS Orville, and we're offering you command. You can count on me.
Over 16 million made the Orville TV's newest fan favorite. Seth MacFarlane stars in a series that's out of this world.
You got this, right? Yeah. Why'd your voice just get so high-pitched? It's fine, I got this.
The Orville, all new tonight after football on Fox.
CC, what up, baby? What up, dog? Good to see you, man. You ready to do this?
First things first, I'm Nick Wright. That's the Hall of Famer Chris Carter. What up, CC?
2 mutant kids from...
Explore every possibility in a vehicle that's ready for anything. The aggressively sophisticated all-wheel drive Toyota Highlander with better performance and handling from a new 3.5-liter direct injection V6, a distinctive interior featuring 5 USB charging ports, and Toyota Safety Sense, our most advanced safety features as standard equipment. Lease this new 2017 Highlander XLE for $299 a month with 2-year no-cost maintenance included. Toyota Highlander makes everything possible. Toyota, let's go places.
Put these new Subway wraps to your ear and listen closely. You could almost hear the wraps stretching from the double meat and colossal flavors, like double steak with jalapenos, double turkey and bacon with guacamole, and double chicken with Caesar dressing. But don't just listen. Eat! Double meat signature wraps from Subway. Each just $6.99 for a limited time.
What time?
Knocking on the door. 5th play of this drive. They've run it on every play on the drive. And they'll run it again. And this is to the corner of the end zone and a touchdown for Chris Thompson.
Trent Williams take a bow. We always talk, right, Tom? We talk about the skill guys. Chris Thompson, Kirk Cousins. Let's talk about an offensive lineman right here getting out in space.
Tell you what, though, Donald almost got this ball. Whoa.
Yeah. Right there, Trent Williams burying the corner, which is the outside guy, and Chris Thompson having field awareness, going airborne and getting the ball across the line of scrimmage. But when you can have athletic linemen block defensive backs, that's such a plus for your run game. And the Redskins are establishing their run game on the Rams so far. About 6.8 yards per carry.
What an impressive start for the Washington Redskins. It was such a disappointing season opener from an offensive standpoint. Of course, they're going to make sure, as they do on every score and every turnover in the NFL, that it is indeed a touchdown.
See that left foot if that stays in bounds. There's his
look. It looks like he, well, tough to tell there. Dean Blandino, what do you think?
This is really close. What they're looking for is that left foot. Does it touch the white before the ball breaks the plane of the goal line? You can see the foot. It definitely drags on the ground, but does it touch the white? I don't know if there's enough to overturn this. I would let this stand.
I'm with you, Dino. Touchdown. It's not enough. You got to have.
Yeah, again, it's got to be clear and obvious. It's a good stop to look at this because it's really close. But if it's not obvious, then you got to stay with the call on the field.
Well, they're still taking a look at it. Dean, I'm sure you're not missing those Monday morning calls from some of the coaches back in New York these days, are you?
Monday morning is much more jovial and positive in my world.
I believe that. Boy, each and every week after things that happened over the course of an NFL weekend. And they're taking a long look here.
When they get off the field, you know who needs to take a long look is that Rams defense. Because, first of all, they're hurting them on the edges.
The rule on the field stands. Touchdown.
Well, you guys called it. Dean called it. Chris, you called it. Touchdown for Chris Thompson.
Yeah, that's one place, Tom, where you cannot let anybody run the ball. It's very difficult to run outside in the NFL because of the speed of the NFL. But right now, they're winning their one-on-one blocking matchups, which are creating space and seams for dealer's choice. Thompson, P. Ryan, Rob Kelly, whoever. They're all lining up. I'm next.
Kelly off to a big start here today. 63 yards on 9 carries. And the Redskins might hit 100 yards rushing before this first half is over. So 10-0 Redskins. Let's send it back down the trail to Carissa Thompson.
Thanks, Tom. We're actually headed to Oakland. The Jets trailing 14-0 in the second quarter, and Josh McCown finds Jermaine Kearse for this 34-yard touchdown. Kearse's first touchdown with his new team, of course, coming over from the Seattle Seahawks. Raiders lead this one 14-7. Tom?
All right, Carissa, thank you. Of course, college football all day yesterday on Fox, and wow, how about next weekend? Going back to our part of the country, Chris Spielman, Big Ten football. Purdue off to a good start, taking on number 7 Michigan. That'll be at 4 Eastern. And then 8 Eastern, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish taking on Michigan State. That'll be in East Lansing, Michigan. College football on Fox, where every game is everything.
Cooper is deep for the Rams.
Farrah Cooper waits back for the Rams. He's going to bring it out 7 or 8 yards deep from his own end zone. And he crosses the 25. So he's up to the 27. Well, much has been made about Sean McVay and Jay Gruden coming into this game. They've known each other for so long. They served on the staff of the United Football League's Florida Tuskers going back to 2009. Gruden was offensive coordinator. McVay, the tight ends coach, and reunited in Washington. McVay worked there the last 7 years, was Gruden's offensive coordinator each of the last 3.
And our colleague John Gruden brought him into Tampa. So they certainly trust him and know what a talent he is.
That's where they met in 2008, working on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers staff. Uh-oh, they're saying a fumble down there. And no official. Yes, it is. Washington Redskins football.
Terrell McClain coming up with it.
It was Todd Gurley who had the ball. As you mentioned, Terrell McClain has it.
Well, here's the thing. To me, the Redskins are doing a great job of sustaining the line of scrimmage. Watch Josh Norman. Josh Norman punched that right arm. Josh Norman is a football player. He understands that the tackle is secured. If you know the tackle is secured, then you go for the football and create the turnover. 24, Josh Norman punched it out, and the Redskins are playing desperate. They're playing like they don't want to go 0-2 because they know the result that you have a 12% chance of making the playoffs at 0-2. Offensive and defensively, they're dominating the line of scrimmage.
I'd like to maybe catch some of you up there expecting to see the Cowboys and the